Greetings YouTube, it's Monday the 15th of August and this is part 2 of sorting out this controller system for the wind turbine. I said that we'd be looking at the wiring next, but to deal with how the front of this is going to look. So the plan is plasma cut this bit out, it will be replaced with Perspex. I would just use the plasma cutter, but you can see with these, let me just get the tripod. You can see with these meters, see those terminals there? They'll all have to be bent over, I guess. So I'm going to use 3 of these meters. There's going to be one here, which will show the power from the controller, which, don't forget, is in here. Yeah, let's take a step back and remind ourselves what we're actually doing. We're mounting this 24 volt Chinese controller in this old power supply box. Okay, I've jumped ahead of myself a bit there. Let's put the top back on. So we're going to have 3 meters. Yeah, we're going to have 3 meters. We're going to have one for the turbine, one for the internal dump load, so that when the dump load is activated, we've actually got a record of how much energy that's taken. Quickly, with regards to these things losing their memory, I think that's just, you do get 1 in every 5 or whatever that does that. So we need to make sure we're using ones where it's keeping the memory. Then the 3rd meter will actually be for an external dump load, which will have a power on-off switch here. Just a simple on-off switch like so. Yeah, so that switch will be there. So when we hit this switch, this will come on and it will send power from the battery to the speed controller. So the speed controller will be mounted internally inside the case. So all you will see is that. That is all you'll see. And the idea is that this dump load will be taking the excess power off anyway when the voltage hits 29. And then if the wind is getting particularly feisty, we'll just hit this on switch here and then we can start drawing power out. And the beauty of these cheap meters is we know exactly how much power we've taken out. So we should have a record of how much power is made, theoretically, on this top one. This meter will show how much the internal dump load is used, and I thought that would be pretty cool if it kept a record of how many watt hours that it's done. And then, sorry if I'm repeating myself, this 3rd meter will keep track of what we've used via the speed controller, and the speed controller will just be connected to those 2 dump loads. And I've got this nice chunky metal box for those to go in, so that's going to be good. I haven't showed you this, which I really wanted to keep off the other turbine. So that's going to go in there. Sweet. Couple of other bits of metal work, if you can call it that I really need to do. This is a pain in the backside being this high. It doesn't need to be that high. You can see the MOSFETs or whatever they are on the back. As long as we leave enough room for that, it's all good. Same on this side. So that'll be, hit that with the grinder all along there and all along there. I've also salvaged these 2 fans which were in this box. There was originally only one fan, there's only one fan comes in each box, but I bought a faulty one and then I bought the one that's working, which we're playing with now. The other fan is going to go in the external dump load box, which is made out of pretty thick steel. So yeah, it's all going to be good. So that's how it's going to be. So plasma cut hole for this, hole for that, and hole for that, and then start thinking about the wiring. Sweet.